Hi, welcome back to Real Reviews. This is Cody Williams, and we're here to talk about the movie Death of a Unicorn. It is the newest comedy horror film to come from A24 that I have been looking forward to. As interesting as it may seem, it looks about as crazy as you would expect, and I'm all for it. Is it any good? Well, let's talk about it. The movie story follows a man and his teenage daughter who accidentally crash into a unicorn while en route to a crisis management summit with his boss, Del Leopold, and his family. The Leopolds then seize the unicorn, and their scientists discover that the creature is endowed with supernaturally curative properties, which they seek to exploit. However, as they delve deeper into their research, they discover the deadly consequences of their actions as the unicorn's parents arrive and begins to hunt down and slaughter those involved in the exploitation of the dead animal. Well, I actually quite enjoy this movie. It's a fun little creature feature flick that's very entertaining to say the least. There is plenty of thrills, chills, and laughs throughout that make this movie quite a great time. Sure enough, it doesn't go without saying that it does have its own fair share of issues, which of course I will talk about later. Right now, I want to talk about the many great things the movie has going for it. That all includes how creative it is, how gruesome it is, how hilarious it is, and also the fun cast. First off, I do want to praise how much this is one of the most creatively original movies I've seen in quite some time. It's a fantastic story about man versus nature that does also have eat the rich undertones. While it does borrow some elements from other movies like Jurassic Park, E.T., and Jaws, this is still quite remarkably an innovative film. I enjoyed how much of the extensive lore of the mythological creature that was put into the movie. Who would ever thought that we would get a full-length feature film about a killer unicorn? As crazy as it sounds, it definitely made for a bloody fun time. Speaking of, this movie does not hold back on how graphic the gore was. It's pretty insane just how bloody this movie was. I don't know what else to say, but there are plenty of moments throughout that are equally both thrilling and horrifying. What really surprised me was how crazily hilarious the film's dark tongue-in-cheek humor was. Almost all the line deliveries, with some of the most fantastic comedic timing, had me cackling pretty good. Not all the jokes hit, of course, but I was laughing quite extensively. We do have quite the entourage of stars in the movie that all include Jenna Ortega, Paul Rudd, Richard E. Grant, and Tay Leone. With all their talent together, they all pull their own weight and made this movie absolutely great. However, the main show stealers in this movie are undoubtedly Anthony Carrigan and Will Poulter, even though they may be co-stars, but both of their characters were easily the best part of the movie, who definitely provided a lot of laughs. Sure, the movie may be indulgent with how cheesy and over the top it is, but I think it's pretty self-aware of it and embraces its true nature. As far as the writing goes, it was okay for the most part, but it was pretty predictable when it comes to certain parts. Regarding the special effects, the CGI animation is noticeably questionable. It's a good thing that they hid the CGI in dark and shadowy scenes, because whenever you do get a good look at the unicorns, it does not look good. Issues aside, I still had a lot of fun with this movie. I knew what to expect beforehand, and it delivered everything I wanted and then some. If you love creature feature horror flicks, I definitely recommend checking this one out. Overall, Death of a Unicorn is an infectiously entertaining monster movie that is both thrilling and mystifying. This is definitely a divisive film, so you're either going to love it or you're just going to downright hate it. It's not a perfect movie by any means, but it's still a lot of fun regardless. At best, this movie is a good chunk above average. I give this movie a B+. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Keep up my real reviews.